Bad day yesterday here on the Power 5. So much for those 4 straight winning days. Let's see if we can bounce back Tuesday. Got plenty of Major League Baseball as well as a look in the NBA as well for you coming up. But before we get to that, however, today is $5 Tuesday at WagerTalk, of course, which means you can get on board. My top play for today, just $5. Glad to see many of you have already gotten on board. For those of you not there yet, the $5 play goes this afternoon in the English Premier League. I am number one with all soccer at WagerTalk over the last 365 days. Right now, on a red-hot 13-6-1 run on the pitch. Won my lone soccer release over the weekend. That was Roma over Lecce. Something else to consider is that I ended last season on a perfect 8-0 Premier League run. I'm 5-2 my last 7 in the EPL heading into April. So be sure to hop on board today's $5 play. It's a great opportunity for those of you who may not normally bet on soccer. WT.buzz/BP is, of course, where you go to get the play. All right, let's get to the Power 5. Quick reminder as I'm going through these plays. When you agree, smash the like button. If you got a different opinion, feel free to comment down below. Going to start in MLB by taking the Marlins plus 1.5 on the run line versus the Mets. Shop around. Should be able to get that plus 1.5 at around minus 130. Wouldn't want to go too much higher than that. 6:40 Eastern start here in Miami, by the way. My view is a 1.5 head start with Sandy Alcantara at home. Too good to pass up, like what I saw from Alcantara in his first start of the season, where he recorded 14 outs before giving up a hit. He had 7 strikeouts as well, went 91 pitches. That was the most pleasant surprise of all, I think. Meanwhile, Kodai Senga seems like more of a question mark heading into today's start for the Mets. Senga's first start of the season here. I know the Mets have been getting great outings from the starting rotation so far, but this is a lineup that scored only 5 runs in 3 games at Houston before last night's 10-run explosion, which included a grand slam. I just don't see the Mets delivering back-to-back road wins by multiple runs. Second play, Milwaukee Brewers minus 110 on the money line. They're facing Kansas City, 7:40 Eastern start now. The Brew Crew are 0-4. It's them, the Twins, and the Braves. They're the only teams without a win so far. Desperate times call for desperate measures, so it's going to be Chad Patrick making his first big league start for Milwaukee on Tuesday. Patrick, if you didn't know, he was the International League Pitcher of the Year down at AAA Nashville last season. He went 14-1 with a 2.90 ERA and 145 strikeouts and 136 in a third innings pitched. Led the International League in all those categories, wins, ERA, and strikeouts, so he was a Triple Crown winner. Guys, the Brewers did not lose 4 in a row all of last season, so this 0-4 start is definitely a shock. I think Patrick shows up and delivers. Michael Lorenzen, who gets the start for the Royals, he's a prime regression candidate in 2025 at a 4.59 xERA versus a 3.31 actual ERA a season ago. Third play, let's lay the half run in the first 5 with Seattle. Get that juice down to minus 110. Logan Gilbert starting for the Mariners tonight. Needless to say, Gilbert should fare a lot better than Emerson Hancock did last night as the Tigers just tattooed Hancock for 6 runs in the first inning. Gilbert, of course, though, is the Mariners' ace. He went 7 innings opening day, allowed just 1 run on 2 hits over 7 innings, had 8 strikeouts, 0 walks as well. Remember from last season that Gilbert tends to be significantly better here at home. His ERA was a full 1.5 lower than on the road. Big edge here with Gilbert going against Casey Mize, who the Mariners lineup should be able to get to for at least a couple runs in the first 5. Fourth play of the Power 5 and the final one in MLB. Get ready to throw your computer or phone against the wall because I'm going to say to bet the Braves on the money line. They're now close to plus 130 with Chris Sale on the mound. Look, I know it looks very bad right now. Okay, they're facing the Dodgers. The Braves are 0-5. But Sale at this price is something I just got to take on sheer principle. If you don't want to do it, I'm not going to force you to. That's why it's a free play video. But in case you needed a reminder, Sale went 18-3 last season. Braves aren't going to lose every game, guys, nor are the Dodgers going to win every game. Braves plus 1. Braves on the money line, pardon me. I took them on the run line last night. That did not fare well, but with Sale, I think they can pull the upset. It's a nice price. Who would have thought we could get Chris Sale at this price in April, just a second start. Okay, let's now close out the show with one from the NBA. Chicago Bulls minus 5 against Toronto. Bulls need wins, guys. They, not to make the play-in tournament, because that's all but assured at this point, but they'd certainly like to host that first play-in tournament game. The 9-10 seed matchup might be a moot point, though, considering how well the Heat are playing right now. Nevertheless, I think the Bulls handled their business tonight after getting absolutely humiliated Monday down in Oklahoma City. That blowout loss has given us a decent number to work with here, however. All the starters for the Bulls rested in the second half last night with the game out of reach. I know Toronto's been a good ATS team this season. However, they've got nothing to play for. They're 0-3 versus the Bulls this season. Pretty short number here to lay with Chicago at home. So, all right, recap time here for the Power 5. Number 1, we like the Marlins plus 1.5 against the Mets. Number 2, Milwaukee minus 110 on the money line against Kansas City. Number 3, Seattle, first 5 run line, lay that half run in the first 5 against the Tigers. Number 4, Braves money line against the Dodgers, tread carefully. And number 5, NBA Chicago Bulls -5 against Toronto. A reminder, comment down below if you already haven't done so. Let us know what you're betting on Tuesday. Also, hit that like button if you have not done that as of yet. That does it for the show today. I'm going to be back tomorrow with another edition of the Power 5. Also, be sure to check out the Morning Wager with Mark Zinno and myself. That should be available by this afternoon. We are recording a bit later than normal, just a heads up. Of course, if you click subscribe, then you get instant notifications when these new shows drop. Now, head on over to wt.buzz/BP to get that top play for Tuesday. Only $5. You got just a couple hours left. Until next time, let's cash some tickets.